Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Cardano price point. Currently, we're sitting at $1.77, a 3.53% increase in the last 24 hours. If we take a look at the last week alone, we have seen substantial increase. So we saw it go from, that really, all the way down to $1.34 May 29th at 4 p.m. Crypto market crashes have been taking place many times in the last couple of weeks. So $1.77, a 14% increase in the last week is definitely something we like to see around here. Taking a look at the last month, a 30 to 31% increase, even with that dip down to below $1. So it's crazy to see, like I said, Cardano really recovering at such a fast and substantial rate. We are going to get hopefully back to our previous $2.49 price point. Obviously, that being our all-time high. A lot of us want to see us get back there. There's a lot of different news and information we're going to cover today, so stay tuned for that, as well as jumping into price predictions for the end of June, July, and 2021. The first thing we're going to take a look at, though, is the $56.6 billion market cap and a $3.7 billion volume in the last 24 hours alone. So obviously, to pump that market cap up, we're going to need some more volume, and I definitely think there's one way to get that. There is a lot of people sitting on USDT right now. So we have a bunch of people sitting on USDT, and it actually went down from 61.8 billion down to 61.7 billion. So we're starting to see some of that USDT come out. I think we're going to continue to see that USDT come out because a lot of FOMO, a lot of fear of missing out. So if the market continues to do well, a lot of this USDT is going to continue to push it doing more and more things, obviously doing better and better because a lot of people do not want to miss out on the next pump. Obviously, we were at 60,000 Bitcoin. A lot of people think we're going to get to 60 to 70 to 100K. So a lot of people don't want to miss out on this next pump. And so I do expect a lot of people to start jumping out of USDT if we don't have a very big crash soon. So $1.77 right now on Cardano. The first thing we're going to take a look at is the Cardano is a cryptocurrency, is part of a trend, not a fad. So a lot of people are starting to think, cryptocurrency, specifically Cardano, is more of a trend, and it's not really a fad. So a lot of people are starting to realize that. Avoid letting opinions stand in the way of trading successful assets, such as Cardano. So people have traded, precious metals for centuries, so we don't question why they are precious and found a, a home on a Wall Street. So now is the age of cryptocurrency, and it is still on the ground floor. There are more doubters than believers, which is actually very true. We are starting to, see that kind of flip a little bit. We are starting to see more, believers come into play, and that's exactly what we need to continue on this mass adoption train that we are getting on and involved with. So you can extend that logic, obviously, to BTC and Cardano. They talk about really how, the gold rush, because the concept is similar. I bet that in the beginning of 700 BC, there were doubters of the gold. Now it's given that its value, and we don't think about it in the ground. Gold is a yellow pebble. What makes it valuable in our opinion of its value? So basically, this just kind of, it reiterates that crypto is valuable because people find it valuable. It doesn't really matter what you think of it. It matters what everyone else thinks of it. So if you think, money is useless, well, that doesn't matter because money is actually going to be useful for every single other person. So that's just something to keep in mind, obviously showing that Cardano as a cryptocurrency is part of a trend, not a fad. Next, we have Cardano to launch its first cross-chain bridge. As I lose my voice a little bit there, Cardano to launch its first cross-chain bridge with link to Nervos. So we also see the launch due in weeks, marks a first of 3.5-year-old Cardano network. Obviously a picture of Charles Hoskinson himself there. And we talk about public chain projects. Nervos and Cardano said they plan to enable interoperability across their platforms within the next 6 weeks. The bridge furthers their goals of discovering the industry's Bluetooth moment, Nervos and IOHK, according to the development team behind Cardano. So the launch is significant. It links two ecosystems worth billions of dollars in terms of market capitalization. The company said in a press release on Wednesday that it's the first bridge for Cardano, currently valued at $56.3 billion and market's fourth most valued crypto. So we are seeing it right behind USDT, and I think we are going to push past that. And with soon enough, movement on the uptrend here, we can easily pass Tether and then jump back in front of Binance BNB, in my opinion. Binance BNB obviously making its way back to that third spot because we had a massive push with a 17.57% increase. Cardano still doing very well, though, like I said. Jumping into some of these tweets that we talked about recently, is sustainability is always a topic that encompasses blockchain. Negative press continues to flow, which makes a proof of Cardano's sustainability through UN's Sustainability Development Goals so important to drive adoption. We also have more tweets talking about Cardano versus Bitcoin. Same level of security, yet Cardano uses far far less energy. It's a no-brainer. Cardano for the greater good. See the difference in energy consumption below. If you guys want to look into that, you definitely can, but we talked about that quite a bit as well. We also have ADA users. So the big mover of the week is obviously ADA. ADA overtook USDT by the number of users in April. The number of users trading Cardano has increased by 15 times over the half of 2021. You can actually start trading on CEX.io. I will say, guys, I don't have a referral link for CEX, so this is not a sponsored video at all. But if you want to jump down, you can definitely take advantage of, in the description, there should be a lot of referral links there for you guys. BlockFi, you can get up to $250 of Bitcoin, as well as some others, Voyager, Coinbase, whatever you want to use, Binance.us as well. Just some referral links. It'll help you, and it'll also help me, so it'll help support the channel. So take advantage of those, get those, quick benefits. And jumping into Cardano again, I do want to talk about a little bit more of Cardano and where I think it's going to go for, like I said, June, July, and 2021. So we've stated this before, and I'll state it again. I do think we're still in a manipulation stage. I think we're in a manipulation period for the next 2 or 3 months, potentially 1 to 3 months, realistically. I think, we are going to see Cardano do well, but it's going to be a slow and steady sideways uptrend that a lot of people aren't prepared for. So do understand that, we may have a boring month or two while we wait for Cardano to do big things. That doesn't mean, stop paying attention. That doesn't mean, stop watching videos to understand where it's going. It just means, we may have a slow month or two before we see that part 2 of the bull run. Realistically, I think if we have no manipulation or FUD, we're going to break out of this by the end of July. If we continue to have manipulation or FUD, it could be 4 to 5 months. But realistically, like I said, I see it by the end of July breaking out of this really, bearish looking market. In the last 24 hours, we saw a great increase altogether. We're continuing to see bulls buy in. They sold at the top, and they know something we probably don't, and they're starting to buy in at this, $35,000 mark. So we're continuing to see that kind of activity happen, and it just shows, bullish activity equals, really, a bullish part 2 coming to us very, very soon. So if you guys don't know what Cardano is, I'll give you guys a brief description, and then we'll go over price predictions like I promised for June, July in 2021. So Cardano ADA is a blockchain platform built on a proof of stake consensus protocol that validates transactions without high energy costs. Development on Cardano uses the Haskell programming language, which is described as enabling Cardano to pursue evidence-based development for unparalleled security and stability. So jumping into what Cardano is. So this coin is really, like I said, a very, very valuable coin. I see such long-term potential behind it, and that's exactly why we talk about it on the channel daily. So if you guys aren't subscribed already, quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. Do remember, guys, I am not a financial advisor, so always do your own research, and you can always go to Cardano .org itself and actually take a look at what Cardano is and what it does before investing. I do think, June is going to be a good month for Cardano specifically. I think we could easily see us push back to about $1.90 to $2 mark. We'll continue to keep you guys up to date on that. Obviously, with big news or information or even FUD, we could see different price predictions really come out. So make sure to stay up to date, like I said. And going into the end of July, I do think, Cardano will easily push past our previous all-time high or very close to it. I do think, our 249 price point that we saw in in May, I do think it'll be tough to beat that in July if we have a bearish looking market. But realistically, I think we are going to continue on, like I said, on this sideways trend up, and because of that, I think we could easily see a 250 price point on Cardano by the end of July. By the end of 2021, I do think the bull market is going to come back. Like I said, part 2 is going to be strong and steady, and I think we are going to see by the end of the bull market, Cardano reach about $8 to $10. We'll continue to keep you guys up to date on these price predictions, so make sure, like I said previously, do subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. I'll see you guys all in the next one. You guys have a great day and enjoy the green.